What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, Mikey Pipes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I got my sidekick, Peter Piper, Peter Pan. Let's call him Peter. Right now we're in Far Rockaway, which is in the borough of Queens in New York City. We're heading to an existing client. We've been here maybe a couple dozen times over the last, 8 to 10 years. The client has no heat, and we're about to go see what's going on and hopefully fix that problem, because that's what we do. We fix things. We fix things that are broken, because that's what we get paid to do. Getting paid to lay good pipe. All right, I'll let you guys enjoy a little bit more of the scenery, and then we'll get the show on the road. In the meantime, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Do that. Not this. Do that. And if you haven't done so already, I really appreciate it if you subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. There's no cost or obligation. Thank you so much. It really helps out the channel grow. Thank you. Right? Let's see if you're right. Wow, you are right.
How you doing?
Good morning. What's going on? Got no heat?
Yeah.
All right, let's go see what's going on. When did the problem start?
It started Saturday. We went away for the weekend, and I spent downstairs for us, so it hasn't been heat from Saturday.
There's one source of heat for the whole house?
I believe so.
Okay. Am I following you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's on. Okay, let's see what's going on. Any recent service or repairs? Oh, we've been here before.
Maybe yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, good. Well, looks like she's hot. Yeah, she's cold there. I'm gonna guess that this zone valve this one is for the first floor. By the way, if you want any of these, email me, Mike at mikeypipes.com. Okay, this is for, one of these are for the first and second floor. This one's been replaced before. This says VAC. That's all it tells me. Let's see if there's any history of replacing zone valves. This is definitely upstairs, and we're on the second floor, so 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 1. So one observation. See this zone valve is energized, right? Or at least there's no resistance here. Let's see if, yeah, it's pushed in. Our end switch is no good on this one. That one goes somewhere. So this zone valve end switch is dead. It looks like someone played with that before. Or maybe they just did the wiring that way, right? But this end switch, no bueno. Hold that for a second. I'm gonna show you why. Look, take that off. What's gonna happen when I turn this up, when I touch these two together? Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. So we have a zone valve that is actively calling, right? Our end switch is closed, it's pulled in, but the boiler, nothing's circulating. Nothing is circulating here. Let's just see. Let's take this off for a second. There's a little switch right here. Where's that little switch? There's the rollout right there. Let's take the screw. We're gonna take that screw out right there.
Philip.
No, it's a 5/6. That's a 1/4 inch. It looks like. Let's take that screw out. Something is fishy with this boiler. And then 1/4 inch right there as well. Circulator, burning hot to the touch. Actually, she's blazing hot. Like, that's on fire. Look at the thermal camera, you'll see what I'm talking about. Wow, circulator's burnt out. That sucks. That sucks. Let's see the pressure reducing valve. Oh, we got pressure in the boiler. Let's see what the circulator's reading. So, there that is, and wow.
200?
240 degrees. Circulator's burning up.
That's crazy.
Let's flip the switch. There you you go. We have a dead circulator. All right, 1, 2, 3 are closed. 1, 2, 3 are closed. What's nice about our 30 PSI relief valve, right, is 30 PSI? Yep. It's piped into floor drain with the relief valve for the water heater. So let's get the show on the road. Let's take off the electrical compartment off the circulator and take the wiring out. Move that out of the way. Okay. Oh, it sucks. See? That's the easy way of taking that out. Now she's disconnected. It's one of those ones that slide in there and they're impossible to take out. All right, there's our boiler feed valve. Okay. We took off this hose cap on this valve, the drain valve. Now we're gonna drain down. Okay, we have a floor drain right here. I took the 2 screws out, so now that's draining. While that's doing that, this leaking Caleffi. There's a check valve here. We are gonna get water there. Yep, we're gonna get water there. Let's open up the check valve.
I got a big towel.
A big what?
A big towel.
A big towel? Huh. I don't think I'm gonna need that. Let's open up the check valve. Right? Because with the check valve being closed, any water that's right here is pressurized. So now, see? Nothing. We opened the check valve and we removed the beat up. This is not even a Caleffi, it's a Watts. See that? Watts. It's the shit. Peter's working on putting on the Blue Monster Teflon tape onto the Caleffi 1/8 inch automatic air vent. The check valve. Put check valve on the thing now. And then put Teflon tape around the check valve. Alright, so I have WD-40 on the circulator flanges. Alright, so let's loosen up the circulator bolts and see if we get how much water we get there. Okay. Gonna give a special shout out to the Slant fin Century for doing a great job holding up the camera. She's such a great job holding it perfectly still right there. Isn't the Century doing a great job? She's doing perfect. Just resting right there, holding on to that iPhone as a great angle. That's what your sister said last night, by the way. Oh. So there's one. And let's get the other out of there. And this is hot. I should be wearing 2 gloves.
I got a red rag.
Wet rag?
Oh, wet rag. Red rag.
A wet rag. A wet rag? Or wet rag?
I can wet it if you want.
Nah, we good. Alright, now, let's see if... Oh, wrong one. Let's try to loosen up these right there. Oh, what is this? Why am I retarded here? Is this not the right size? Sure is not.
That's what was at the last time. Like 2 bolts for one side, the other for the other side.
You know why? Because the 2 bolts that are on the boiler side, I think they're permanently on the thing. I think they're permanently on the flange coming out. I think. Could be wrong. It's been a while since I actually replaced the circulator that's mounted directly onto the boiler. But this boiler, the circulator is burning up to the touch. Like literally it's on fire. And I'm like doing my best not to burn myself. See? Doing my best, wearing a pound of gold at all times. Oh, can't wait. Next week go to back to St. Thomas. Oh man, you know I'm getting some more gold. I'm gonna come back looking like B.A. Baracus. No joke. All
Cuban
right.
chain.
Cuban, yeah, Miami Cubans. She's a leaker. I knew this wasn't gonna be easy. I knew this wasn't gonna be easy because now this is in the way. Let's see. Let me pry with something.
Let's do like.
Make its way to the floor drain.
That's not that bad.
Not bad. It is making its way to the floor drain, for the most part.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. All right, but now it's still stuck in there. So, let's see. Is it gonna be cooperative? Probably not. And it's hot as can be, by the way. I know. I got the red rag. Red rag. Wow. Let me see if I can kick it.
Take a foot too.
I have an idea. Well, not the idea is shift the boiler out a little bit. Look at that. See, that's slick. I just kicked the boiler off a little bit. Oh, which way is the arrow? The arrow's towards the boiler. Okay. All right. See, we got that done. Make life a little bit easier. I cracked the union, and that allowed me to move the boiler just a little bit. And this is a little baby boiler. See, little Century. It is 90,000 gross input. Nice little boiler. Peter right now is taking out the screws that hold the head to the body. That way we can put that in the proper orientation. All right, since the circulator electrical compartment is going to be smack up against the side of the boiler, we're doing the electric now. And I know what you're saying, you're not going to be able to get the electric. Well, guess what? I mean, if you get the electric, you got to replace the circulator. You got to replace the circulator, you're going to be taking it off the side of the boiler. So just tell them like it is. So that's going to go, boom, right there, right, Peter. It was a pain in the ass, but we did it. In order to tighten up these bolts, I needed to take off the head off the body of the circulator, right? And, well, there that is. And I realized that those bolts are designed to line up there. Thankfully, it's smaller than normal. And I guess I could use a socket set, but I used the channel lock and tighten them both up. And we're going to keep our fingers crossed. We're going to say the prayer to Saint Joseph. There's a prayer to a saint. So we pray that this doesn't leak. Yeah. Okay. Circulator bolts. And the circulator is secure. The head is secure to the body. I got to line up the gas. Tighten that back up. Fill up with water. Relight pilot. Right. Gas is reattached. Boiler drain. Cap is back on. That's closed. Peter, do the honors. Oh. Yep. Would help. I thought we would have Old Faithful there.
Yeah.
A new Cleffy automatic air vent. The client homeowner is a member of our United States Armed Services. We're going to give that to him as a gift. It's a way of giving back. And if you'd like to give back with us, check out the YouTube channel, Mikey Pipes Philanthropy.
Philanthropist.
Where all proceeds from the channel, all ad revenue, all merch sales, all sponsorships are going to the 501c3 charity to give back to those, our neighbors in need. Okay, don't go crazy with it, Peter. Is the top black cap loose? Good.
Yes.
Okay, now turn the water back on.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep our fingers crossed and our panties tied. Well, make sure we don't have any leaks. Is it open?
Yes.
Fully open?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we're gonna close back our. Actually, leave this open for right now. We're still filling the boiler. Nothing's coming out of this. I'm surprised. That was kind of odd. Didn't even feel like it was filling up. What do you want to bet that's a problem? That stupid filtrol nonsense
Oh yeah.
with this thing.
I didn't put it past it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's flip the switch on, see what happens. That one's slowly opening. A lot of air. Alright, there's our circulator powered. Yeah, don't worry, you'll be alright there, buddy. Alright, so as predicted, that Amtrol Filtrol tried to screw us right in the keister, but I'm smarter than that. I pretended this was an Avian that has the autofill hooked up to it. So I took water from the water heater and I took water to a zone, which is there, right? That's my return right before it comes back. And there's my top floor zone right here. So I just closed that valve, right? And forcing water from the water heater through the whole boiler, right? Up and around through the zone and back around, out of that drain and into a bucket. And while I was playing with this thing started pissing out water, right at the center. And it turned out that the packing nut was loose. So we tightened that up and she lives another day. Speaking of living another day, there's a lot of people in our community that can't afford basic plumbing and heating services, and that's why I started the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy YouTube channel. Check it out, subscribe. If you're so inclined to donate, keep in mind your contributions are tax deductible. So something to consider. That's how we're going to give back to the community and make the trades great again. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be well, God bless, stay safe.